I am going to show you exactly how to fill out your ILR application form. This is a step-by-step walkthrough to help you to prevent confusion and mistakes while filling out your form. Okay, if you've not watched out my previous video on requirements and documents you need to submit, then you need to check it out first. The link will be in the description box. To begin, you need to go to gov.uk website and type in ILR application. Once it's open, you select the one that is applicable to you. So if you're someone like me that applied from a skilled worker visa, there is a column there. It says indefinite leave to remain if you have a skilled worker, health and care worker tier 2 or T2 visa. So you click on that one, okay? You click on how to apply so that it will lead us straight to application. So, how to apply? You must apply online. You'll be told which documents you need to provide. You must have passed the life in the UK, meet the salary requirements, and all of that. I've discussed that on a separate video. So let's go straight. Apply online. We click on that. Okay. Allow it to open. Once it's open, it will tell you apply to settle in the UK, certain categories only. Before you apply, check your eligibility and all that. Just scroll down and click on apply now. Okay, so the first question it will ask you is your location. Are you currently in the UK? So obviously you're in the UK. You click on yes, save and continue. The next question, do you currently have an application with the Home Office for leave to remain for which you have not yet received a decision? No. This is a fresh application. Then register an email. So you'll be asked to register your email. You can return to this email throughout your application. So when you begin to register, you must not complete everything now. At any point when you want to leave this application, you are allowed to leave it. That email is where they will be sending you a link, so that when you want to continue, you just go straight to your email and click on that link and continue. Okay, so go ahead and register your email and your password. This is the criteria for the password: uppercase letter, lowercase letter, a number, and a symbol. So once you've done that, you click on save and continue, and the proper paperwork will begin. So at this point, I cannot put this email because I don't want to start a new application, right? So I will use my downloaded document to guide you through now. So this is my file. You can see applicant's name, your name, unique application number. So all these ones will generate when you're done filling this form. Okay, passport number, country of nationality, date of application, my visa fee, and all that. This will generate and be on top of your file when you finish this application. So the first question that will ask you is your personal information. All right, you've put your email address. Who does this email address belong to? Okay, you say the applicant. Select a category in which you're applying for indefinite leave to remain. You put skilled worker, tier 2 or international sport person. You click on that category. In which migrant category are you applying for indefinite leave to remain? You click on skilled worker. Are you currently in the UK? Yes. Do you currently have an application with the Home Office for leave to remain for which you've not yet received a decision? No. Do you have an immigration advisor based in the UK? No. Personal information, your title, Mrs. Giving names, you write your name. Family name, you put your family name. Other name, title, Miss. So because I've already changed my name due to marriage, I had to put that information. Giving name, my name. Family name, so I put my family name as at that time before I got married. Okay, why you have been known by another name due to marriage or civil partnership. So if you did not change your name, you're not going to include other name at all. Okay, you just continue with the application. So, but if you're married, they'll also ask you if you legally change your name, when did you do this? So you need to remember when you changed your name. Okay, so I've put mine, date, month, and year. Have you ever entered the UK using this name? I said no. So you answer depending on what your circumstance is. In addition to the names already provided, are you now or have you ever been known by another name? I said no, because it's just these two names, right? Can we use this email address to contact you? Yes. Provide your postal address. You put your own address. Is this where you live? Yes. When did you start living at this address? You will state it. So it's a whole lot of question, okay? You need to be organized. What is your sex as shown in the passport or travel documents? Female. What is your relationship status? Married or civil partner? So, according to your personal circumstance, you answer it. Nationality details. Country of nationality. Nigeria, because I'm from Nigeria. If you know where you're from, you put it. Country of birth, the same. Place of birth, I answered it. Date of birth, I've inserted my date of birth. Can you provide a valid passport? Yes. Passport number, you put your passport number. Issuing authority, issue date and expiry date, you put everything. Do you have a biometric residence permit? Yes. Enter your BRP number, you do that. Do you have a valid national identity card? Yes. So I used the same passport as my identity card. It's up to you. You can say no and skip this part. You can say yes. If you have your ID card, you can put the details on your ID card. Otherwise, you can reuse your passport to answer this question. So the same thing, national identity card number, issuing authority, issue date, expiry date, I answered all of them. Do you currently hold or have you ever held any other nationality or citizenship? No. How many days, weeks, months, or years have you lived at this address? You put it. What is the ownership status of your home? I rent it. Provide your telephone number. Where do you use this telephone number for use while in the UK? Since you first entered the UK, have you had any absences from the UK? Yes, of course I've had. I've traveled home. So here is asking about the travel history. Have you ever been refused a visa for the UK, deported from the UK, removed from the UK, required to leave the UK, or refused entry at the UK border? I said no. You know what your personal circumstance is, okay? Other history. Have you ever been refused a visa for any country other than the UK, deported from any country other than the UK, removed from any country other than the UK, required to leave any country other than the UK, refused entry at the border of any country other than the UK? So for me, it's no. I don't know what your personal circumstance is, okay? But you need to be honest. Make sure that you're honest. Other history. In either piece of wartime, have you ever been involved in or suspected of involvement in war, crimes against humanity, or genocide? I said no. Have you ever been involved in, supported, or encouraged terrorist activity in any country? No. Is your personal circumstance that you will answer, okay? Have you ever been a member of or given support to an organization which has been concerned in terrorism? No. Have you by any means or medium expressed views that justify or glorify terrorist violence or that may encourage others to commit terrorist or other serious criminal acts? I said no. Have you ever engaged in any other activity which might indicate that you may not be considered to be a person of good character? No. Then immigration history. When did you first enter the UK? I put my own 3rd of September 2020. What evidence will you provide to support the reason for all absences from the UK and crown dependency? So for me, when they gave me visa, that was during COVID. Like after I got my visa, we entered COVID period. So I was not able to travel. So I stayed in my country longer than when I'm supposed to enter UK. All right, and that's counted as absences for me. So I got like 164 days of absence. Okay, but because it's not up to 180 in a 12-month period, it didn't affect my application. All I did was to get a confirmation letter from my employer. So what I did, because I need to provide an evidence that supports reason for all my absences, I got a letter. So see what I typed. Letter from employer detailing reason for work-related absences, including period of paid annual leave from the UK and crown dependencies and other. Also because when I also went for holidays, all the absences, I need to get a letter from my employer. Okay, so I typed that. Um, Provide details. So I also added e-tickets from the travel company I used to travel to show evidence of dates. So you need to evidence the dates you traveled. All the e-tickets that you used, you need to submit it. Okay. Have you spent any of your 2, 3, or 5 years continuous period with leave to enter or remain in the crown dependencies? In my circumstances, no. Which country did you visit or travel through when absent from the UK or crown dependency? I visited Nigeria only. When did you leave the UK and crown dependency? On 11th of April. So when I traveled, you need to put all your travel history. So I traveled on 11th of April. When did you return to the UK and crown dependency? I came back on the 3rd of May 2023. What was the reason for this time spent outside the UK and crown dependency? So I traveled to see my family and relation in Nigeria using my annual leave at workplace. It was great time to reunite with everyone, including my parents. So you state your own reason, okay? Another question is conviction and other penalties. At any time, have you ever had any of the following in the UK or in another country? A criminal conviction, a penalty for driving offense, for example, disqualification for speeding or no motor insurance, an arrest or charge for which you are currently on or awaiting trial, a caution, warning, reprimand, or order of the court penalty, a civil court judgment against you, for example, for non-payment of debt, bankruptcy, proceeding or antisocial behavior, a civil penalty issued under UK immigration law. In my own case, it is no. I've never had any of this. So answer according to your personal circumstance. Sponsor. What is your sponsor license number as shown on your certificate of sponsorship? So I entered it. Now immigration details. Do you have any home office reference number? Mine is no. Have you previously lived in a country outside the UK, including your country of birth? So, including your country of birth, yes, because I've lived all my life, I've lived in Nigeria before coming to the UK. Country you lived in, you put it. Mine is Nigeria. Date you lived there. So, I put my date of birth from when I was born, right? Okay, date you lived there too. I put when I left Nigeria, 3rd of September 2020. Reason you lived there, the reason why I live in my country. So I put Nigeria is my country of birth where I was born and raised, went to school and worked till 2nd September 2020 when I left Nigeria to arrive in the UK on 3rd September 2020 on a skilled worker visa route. Now, question on current status. What is your current national insurance number? You put it. UK immigration status. Do you have a visa, leave to enter or remain, or other permission to be in the UK? Yes. What is the end of your most recent visa, leave to enter or remain, or other permission to be in the UK? I answered it 22nd of April 2025. Knowledge of language and life in the UK. Have you passed the life in the UK test? Yes. Enter your life in the UK test unique reference number. So if you've passed this test, make sure you keep your reference number because you'll be asked to provide it. Your home and finances. Standard occupational code. I'm a nurse, so my code is 2231. Current rate of pay. I've put it there. Weekly hours worked. I'm working 36 hours. So you do this according to your own personal circumstance. Are you on maternity, paternity, share parental leave, or adoption leave? No. Under finance, do you or anyone else who is part of this application receive any public funds? No. If you're receiving public fund, you put yes. Documents, mandatory documents to submit, and other documents. So these are the documents that I submitted. Okay, the passport issued by Nigeria for Mrs. Olube Bernadette Moneme. Other evidence of my name and reasons for absences from the UK. Letter from employer detailing reasons for work-related absences. Evidence of my name, immigration status in the UK. So this one is my e-visa. I had to convert my e-visa into file and I uploaded it. Declaration signed by me to confirm consent for Home Office to request verification checks. So when you're filling this thing, you'll be able to download this declaration form. So you need to sign it and upload it. Then your most recent payslip and bank or building society statement. This must be dated to earlier than 1 calendar month before the date of application, and the statement must show the payment as shown on the payslip. You should not provide additional payslip or statement unless you're currently on maternity, blah blah blah. So for this payslip, where you're receiving your salary, the account number where you're receiving your salary is the statement you will submit, okay, alongside with your payslip, and is the most recent one. Then a lot of them, a document from the sponsor who issued the certificate of sponsorship that led to your last permission to stay as tier 2 migrant, confirming that you're still required for the employment in question for the foreseeable future. And in the case of tier 2, this document should also contain the nearest applicable SOC code, which best describe your employment, your current rate of pay, confirmation that this is at above the appropriate rate for the job as stated in the code. And if you are currently on maternity or paternity, shared leave or adoption, confirmation of when it started, what your salary is, and what your salary will be on return, and all previous passport, travel documents, or national identity card. So these are all the documents I submitted. A payment session, when you're done filling all this, it will take you to the payment session. So as at when I did mine, the standard application, the standard price for ILR was 2885. But I went for priority service and I paid additional 500, amounting it to 3385, 3,385,000 pounds. But as at now, it has increased. So the standard fee is now 3,029 pounds. So if you're going for priority, you're paying extra 500. If you're going for super priority, you're paying extra 1,000. Okay. Now, if you're going for standard, you need to know that you are giving it 6 months. It might take up to 6 months before a decision is made. I know someone who used the standard fee method, and it took 4 months before his own decision was made. I used priority and my own came out in 3 days. Okay, so it's up to you which service you want to use. So once you make your payment, the next thing that will happen is that the system will direct you to book your confirmation. Okay, so it will redirect you to a page where you will book appointment for your biometrics. Okay, so let's finish up with the form. So you will consent. I'll provide a declaration signed by me to confirm my consent for Home Office to request verification check. The answer yes. Is the account with a bank or utility company for which you have supplied information and supporting documentation held jointly by you and other people? So if it's a sole account, you answer no because you're the only person that own the account. Does the account with the bank or utility company for which you have supplied information and supporting document relate to another person who is to provide you financial support? In my own case, is no. Declaration. By sending this application, you confirm that to the best of your knowledge and belief, the following is correct: the information relating to the application and the supporting evidence. Also, the application will be processed according to the privacy policy and terms and conditions. If false information is given, the application will be refused and the applicant may be banned from the UK and prosecuted. I am the applicant. Okay, so this is all about the form. This is everything you need to know. So if you've started the process, you can do well to use this video as a reference. If you're yet to start the process, you can save it. Okay, and if you have friends, people around you that you know that are already applying for the ILR or are about to apply, please share this video to them. Share this video to your friends to help them, okay, so they don't make mistake that will make their application to be rejected and their money gone. All right, if you've watched till this point, please subscribe to my channel if you're yet to. Click the like button, comment. If there is any question that you have, ask me in the comment section. Okay, comment, and don't forget to share to your friends. My name is Ali. Thanks for watching. I will see you in my next video.